Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I am a soul realignment practitioner and spirit medium here on YouTube. Today I am going to be talking all about crossed over loved ones and earthbound souls. I'm going to tell you the difference because there is a huge difference, okay? I'm going to tell you what it is that I know from my own personal experience. I do specifically with soul realignment. I work with the soul, okay? I get information, I access it from the Akashic records, and I also personally I'm able to channel information from spirits directly. With that being said, I am accepting sessions right now. I am taking medium sessions, and I'm also doing tarot readings. You can check out my website or you can email me. You can leave a comment and I will absolutely get back to you, and you don't have to tell me anything. I don't need to know anything to be able to channel your loved ones, or whether they're crossed over or they're earthbound. So let's talk about earthbound souls and what makes them earthbound. In a sense, yes, they are stuck because they're in between both the physical and the non-physical worlds. But stuck, because I've heard this from multiple sources, different mentors, different teachers, different coaches, different mediums say different things about them being stuck. It's not that they're wrong. They kind of are stuck, but they chose to be stuck. They chose, okay, through an attachment. For whatever reason, they chose not to go cross over to the light and to spirit. This would be because their death was sudden and they're confused. There was a traumatic death, maybe a murder, and they just cannot figure out why someone would do such a thing. Fear of death, an attachment to something on the physical plane, person, place, thing, a house, a loved one, an addiction. Okay, these are things that will keep these souls here on the earthly plane. Also, us grieving our loved one, not being able to let them go and celebrate their life. Instead, we're mourning and we are sad that they're gone. They will stay for us, and it will be hard for them to cross over. That's why, to me, from what I know, from my own experience, from the things that I have witnessed, researched, things that I resonate with, because I do not claim to know everything. Disclaimer, guys, I do not know everything. This is just my personal experience, and also where my personal experience and my research and my studies have they've matched, they've linked up, right? So it's made sense. Because this is not logic, guys. None of this is logic. This is the complete opposite of logic. There is really not logic in the spiritual realm. This is why intuition is necessary. Feelings of the heart, following the heart, okay? It's the sixth sense that we actually all have. And some people are just a little bit more sensitive than others. That's why they're able to communicate and channel, feel, see, sense these beings, these energies, these entities, these earthbound souls. So if you wanted to kind of get a feel or a sense of how earthbound souls work, how they are, you can watch the movie The Sixth Sense. It is pretty accurate, okay? They did a really good job with that movie. So you can always go and watch that. Now, they don't have a body, so they're confused. It takes a little while for earthbound souls to even realize that they are dead. They eventually catch up on it, pick up on it from watching their environment, see how things are playing out. But if they don't accept it, they can deny that they have passed. And that will also keep them earthbound, all right? So they don't have any vital source energy. They're not getting energy from source creator. They're not getting that light, that vital source energy from the spirit, from the creator of all that is, God, whatever it is that you want to, how you want to see that, what you resonate with. There's no wrong or right here, because this completely goes against all religious stuff, right? This is not going to match. It completely contradicts religion, but that's why I'm not religious. So yeah, they will use energy, pick up energy from their environment, and they can also use energy from people. There are such things as earthbound souls being attached to people. Most of the time, earthbound souls will choose to attach to people that they know. In the very rare instance that you move somewhere and that land or that home, that environment already has an earthbound soul, they can attach to you because of a vibrational match. So something, in order for this to happen, you guys have to have some sort of vibrational match. So maybe someone, who drank a lot, passed away in the house, they died, or they're attached to that house, to the land, and you move in and you drink a lot. There's that vibrational match. They are now able to attach to you. Vibrationally matching each other's energy. Attachments can happen that way. Over time, whether they have accepted that they passed or not, they can learn, like I said, to manipulate energy from the environments and people to get enough energy from devices, stirring up chaos and, making people upset and angry and fight, whatnot. Even can cause you to crave alcohol. If it's, if you're a drinker and the disruptive spirit there was also a drinker, they can have you feel and want and crave things. Like, that's a real thing. It really happens. And if you feel like you or someone that you know have an attaching soul, call me and I got you. We can very easily remove that, because it is never appropriate for an earthbound soul to be taking energy from you. Whether it's happening consciously or unconsciously, there really is no black or white. It's a very gray area. And every earthbound soul is very, very different. They still have personalities. So if they passed, even if they were murdered and they were a sweet person, they're still going to be sweet, just confused. But if they were an angry person, and people knew that they were like super quick to snap, something happened and they weren't ready to go, their energy is going to be the same. They're going to be just like that. There's not much of a difference with personality there. These are the souls that you would kind of see out the corner of your eye. To me, they present themselves more grayish, darker colors. And they will be the ones that move stuff. This does not mean that they are negative, though, okay? A lot of people get confused when there is an earthbound soul that's not very happy, grumpy. They can be funny, they are curious, they are bored, they are all of the above. The earthbound souls are the ones that mess with stuff. Now, I'm not saying that crossed over loved ones can't. It would really be a matter of proper discernment, or me kind of just channeling your environment, checking out the property, the home, the location, or checking out your energy and your Akashic records to really get specific on that. So overall, I do know that earthbound souls are very misunderstood, and that is okay, because not everyone is educated or has the knowledge and the wisdom to be able to tell the difference between these energies. That's where I come in, of course. And the way that we look at death today is very different from how our ancestors did it. Our ancestors actually knew this kind of information. So they celebrated death. They knew that death was not an ending, but a transition and a new beginning, right? When you cross over appropriately and you're not stuck, you reunite with spirit, with your true essence of what you really are, a divine, infinite being, soul. And that kind of takes me back to the attachment that we would have to our loved ones when we are grieving and mourning them, that can keep them here too, because they don't want to move on when they see us so sad. They want to be with us and make us feel better. So, definitely give yourself time to mourn, but hold that intention of it being okay for them to cross over, because you can still communicate with your loved ones when they cross over the appropriate way. When a soul crosses over the appropriate way, they can feel, when you think about them, they have that telepathic communication. Their energy is so much lighter. They are free. They are not bound to anything. And I do know that earthbound souls, they do have to learn specific lessons because they are still growing, they're still learning, and they are also healing. Nothing is ever done in vain. If they are earthbound, it is for a reason. Just make sure that reason is not you. Okay, you set that intention to let them go, so you know that you're not the reason why they would still be earthbound. And I know that's easier said than done, especially if it's a child, and that takes time, and that's okay. Now, if you lost someone like a grandmother many years ago, and you think about them, or you kind of feel and sense them around you, and you feel very light, you feel happy, you feel safe, like someone's just giving you a hug. You can totally be emotional and cry tears of joy, because I know that's what I do when I feel my grandmother. I feel very safe, very light. It's not heavy. I don't feel suffocated or tight or fearful or anxiety. And that's how you know. Simple, okay? That is how you know. So once you know, how do you communicate with these individuals? All right, so now that we know if the soul we are dealing with, mourning, communicating with, is earthbound or not, how should we communicate with them, right? It's very different how you should communicate with them, because if they are earthbound, if you feel the calling to assist them, help them, push them along the healing journey, I like to ask my guides anytime I do any spiritual work. I highly recommend you call in your angels, your guides, your ancestors, Jesus, Mother Mary, whatever it is that you resonate with, source creator, and go straight to source, to God, divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever higher power that you call on, call them in to assist you, to protect you, and talk to them like they were here, like they had a physical body, just let them know you don't have to stay here. Connect to your angels and your guides, because earthbound souls, they do have their own spirit guides. They have their own guardian angels. They also are disconnected from them too. So sometimes they're ignoring them and they can see them, or other times they're so disconnected that they can't see it. They can't sense it. They can't feel it. But you can ask your spirit guides to connect to their spirit guides and assist in helping them cross to the other side. Let them know why they want to cross over, that they can still communicate with you if they decide to cross over, that if they passed in a very traumatic way, you can talk to them about that and tell them that you understand. Stuff like that. Like, it's kind of like you sit them down and have a therapy session with them. This not only helps them, but it helps you release the attachment, and it helps raise the vibration of our planet. So this is why it's so important right now. This is why I felt called to do it. And this is why I want to help other people do it too. As long as you're setting an intention that you want to do the right thing, and you're not disrespecting or provoking these entities, these spirits, and you're treating them like they have feelings and that you care, you will be protected by your guides and your angels, because of your intention is pure and of the heart. That is what I know to be true for all mediums. And you don't have to be a medium to communicate, okay? It's like you have that knowing, or things are just moving, so you can't feel nothing. You can't sense anything. You're not seeing anything, but things are moving around the house. So they're trying to get your attention in some way, some form. They feel like you can help them. And I feel like, it's just my personal opinion, it's always of service to others. It's always fulfilling, to help somebody. Like, nurses got their thing. I can never do what nurses do. I can't do with blood and people dying, but their job is essential. They are such important and amazing individuals, nurses, doctors, stuff like that. Like, think about how important their job is. Doing something like this is equally important and fulfilling. And what you give out, you get back, right? So, but we all have the free will to do whatever it is that we want. So, yeah. Now, crossed over loved ones, they don't need anything from us. They're the ones helping us. We don't need to help them. They will never ask you for anything. Their energy is light and airy. It's not sporadic. Those are the ones, if you feel like you need some answers, some guidance, you just want to get some messages on what to do and what not to do in a situation, use your cards, your oracle cards, do some channel writing, get your pendulum. You can do all that with the crossed over loved ones, but I would not recommend doing that with the earthbound souls. Okay, guys? And I'm seeing stuff everywhere. Here they go. Here they go. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleansing. And if you would like some more information on earthbound souls, crossed over loved ones, or if you're in a pickle in a situation where you need my assistance and you would like to get a reading on the energy around you or just check in on one of your loved ones, my information is in the description box. My email is right here on the bottom of your screen. You can leave a comment. Let me know an experience that you had with a crossed over loved one or an earthbound soul. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. This is episode 2. I talk to spirits, earthbound souls. Episode 3 coming next, all about ascended masters. So make sure you check it out. Okay, until next time. Bye.